What if I told you one of Africa's most powerful media empires began with a box of cassette tapes? This is the unbelievable story of Dr. Osei Kwame Despite. Dr. Osei Kwame Despite's story does not begin in a boardroom or behind a microphone. It begins on dusty Ghanaian streets, with a young man walking under the sun, holding a box of cassette tapes and calling out to strangers who barely noticed him. There was no promise of greatness then. Only survival, hunger, and a quiet belief that tomorrow could be better than today. Born on February 2, 1962, in Agona Wyamos, in Ghana's Ashanti region, Osei Kwame Despite grew up knowing hardship intimately. Money was scarce, but ambition was not. As a teenager and young man, he sold feeding bottles, padlocks, and music cassettes. Moving from town to town, learning people, learning markets, and learning patience. Every rejection sharpened his resolve. Every small sale taught him discipline. Like many dreamers, he looked beyond Ghana's borders for opportunity and traveled to Nigeria. There, he tried his hand at the timber business, investing everything he had in a chainsaw. It was a bold move, and it failed. The chainsaw was destroyed, the business collapsed, and he returned home with almost nothing. For many, that would have been the end of the story. For Despite, it was the turning point. He went back to selling cassettes, but this time with clarity. He understood something powerful: music, stories, and voices move people. If he could control how sound reached the masses, he could build something lasting. Slowly, patiently, he grew his business. One step became 10. One risk became an empire. That vision would eventually give birth to the Despite Group of companies, one of Ghana's most influential conglomerates. Through Despite Media, he launched platforms that reshaped the country's airwaves. Peace FM, OK FM, Neat FM, Hello FM, and United Television did more than broadcast content. They became part of everyday Ghanaian life. They spoke local languages, amplified ordinary voices, and turned radio into a powerful cultural force. Yet Dr. Despite did not stop at media. He expanded into food processing, manufacturing, finance, real estate, and salt mining, building businesses designed to last generations. While others chased attention, he focused on structure. While others spoke loudly, he worked quietly. His success was deliberate, not accidental. Despite his enormous influence, Dr. Osei Kwame Despite remains famously private. He avoids interviews, shuns publicity, and lets results speak on his behalf. But his impact is impossible to hide. Over the years, he has invested heavily in healthcare, education, and community development. One of his most profound contributions is the establishment of a modern children's cancer treatment center at the 37 Military Hospital, giving hope to families when they need it most. He has supported police stations, schools, and local communities, often without seeking recognition. In recent years, he unveiled the Despite Automobile Museum, a world-class collection of rare and luxury vehicles. To some, it is a symbol of success. To others, it is a reminder of how far a cassette seller can go when vision meets persistence. Today, Dr. Osei Kwame Despite stands as a symbol of quiet power. He is proof that you do not need noise to build an empire, that failure is not the opposite of success but part of its foundation. His life is not just a biography of wealth, but a lesson in patience, resilience, and believing in a dream long before the world believes in you. This is not just the story of a businessman. It is the story of a man who refused to give up and in doing so, changed the sound of a nation. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment below. More inspiring biographies coming your way.